Assalamu alaikum, dear students and dear viewers. Today's lecture is for class 8th, and our topic for today is the menstrual cycle. In the previous few lectures, we talked about adolescence, we talked about puberty, we talked about reproductive phase of life in humans, we talked about hormones and sex hormones. In fact, if you remember, I also briefly told you about menstrual flow. But I would want you people to learn about menstrual cycle in a little detailed manner. While doing so, I'm sure we are likely to come across some absolutely new terms about which I will keep acquainting you precisely. So the topic for today is the menstrual cycle. Okay. First of all, let's define this term. What is menstrual cycle? It's a process of ovulation and menstruation. Okay, it's a process of ovulation and menstruation in woman. Why it's called cycle? Because it occurs again and again after a fixed period of time. Why it's called a menstrual cycle? Menstruation is something that's already known to you. In fact, I told you about menstruation in the previous lecture. Today, we will try to understand why it's called a menstrual cycle first. It's called a menstrual cycle because this menstruation and ovulation, you understand? Ovulation means simply the release of eggs or ovum from the ovaries is called ovulation, and menstruation means the discharge of blood and other materials from the lining of uterus. Okay, after every 28 to 30 days is called menstruation. But this is why this is called a menstrual cycle. This is called a menstrual cycle because this ovulation and menstruation in woman, it occurs again and again after a fixed period of time, and this fixed period of time is 28 to 30 days. After every 28 to 30 days, this process gets repeated, and it is because of this repetition, this is called as menstrual cycle. So a woman typically gets her period after 28 days. 28 days is the average time. After every 28 days, a woman gets her period. However, this cycle length, it may be as short as 21 days. Okay, or it can sometimes go as long as 40 days. This 20 days, this has been taken as an average time. Okay, so during these 28 days, what happens? The inner lining of uterus, this is very important to understand. Please remember, the inner lining of uterus, which is called as endometrium, endometrium, which is called endometrium. Endometrium is the innermost lining of the uterus. Okay, this endometrium is this is the layer actually. This is the special layer in the uterus bachadani in Urdu we say. This is the innermost layer of the uterus, and this is the layer in which the implantation takes place. This is the site where the implantation takes place. That means the fertilized egg gets implanted in the same endometrium. That's why it is of very vital importance. Okay, and it also plays a very key role during menstrual cycle. I will tell you later on how. It plays a key role in menstrual cycle as well as in pregnancy. As well as in pregnancy. That means this endometrium is of utmost importance. And because because of its key roles in both menstrual cycle and pregnancy, uh, sometimes this is called as, this is one of the stars of female reproductive system. Female reproductive system. I am repeating, this endometrium is the innermost lining of the uterus. Okay, this is the site where the implantation takes place. Number two, it has a key role in the menstrual cycle as well as in the pregnancy. Now, since this endometrium, it goes through three important phases. It goes through three important phases. Okay, during these typical 28 days. During these typical 28 days, this endometrium, it goes through three different phases, and these phases are: number one, days 1 to 5. This particular period from day 1 to day 5, this is called as menstrual phase. Please remember, this is very important to remember. This is called as menstrual phase. Then from day 6 to day 14, this phase is called as proliferative phase. Okay, this is also called as follicular phase. Then the last phase, it begins from day 15 to 28. From day 15 to the 28th day, this phase is called as secretory phase. Secretory. Secretory phase. The endometrium, the innermost lining of uterus, it goes through three different phases during these 28 typical 8 days. Okay, the first one is menstrual phase. The next one is proliferative phase. It's also called as follicular phase, and the third one is called as secretory phase. Okay, so let's see one by one. What is this first one? First one is menstrual phase. Menstrual phase. Please pay attention. This phase ranges from day 1 to day 5. From day 1 up to day 5. Okay, this is the first stage. This is the first stage of menstrual cycle. This phase starts actually when an egg from previous cycle is not fertilized. That means egg from previous cycle, please remember, previous cycle has not been fertilized. Why it has not been fertilized? Because there was no sperm at all. So the egg remained unfertilized. This unfertilized egg, because of the absence of sperm, the egg remains unfertilized. So what happens? Pregnancy is not has not been established. So what happens when the pregnancy has not been established? The level of hormones, especially estrogen and progesterone, two female hormones. Okay, estrogen and progesterone, their levels drop. Dramatically. And what happens when their levels drop? The endometrium that I talked about earlier, the inner lining of the uterus, this endometrium, what happened is this endometrium was there to, what the importance of endometrium is that it is there to receive the fertilized egg. Since the egg has not been fertilized, the pregnancy has not been established, so this endometrium in a way has become a sort of useless. It has become a sort of useless, or it is not required now, because the egg has not been fertilized, pregnancy has not been established, so there is no importance of endometrium now. So what happens to the endometrium? This endometrium, it breaks off or it sheds. or it disintegrates, and when it disintegrates, it results in the discharge of blood. Discharge of blood. Now there is blood, there is mucus, and there is tissue also, and all this material, it makes its way out through vagina. Okay, this is what we call as menstruation. Now during this menstrual phase, a female, she starts manifesting certain symptoms. These symptoms are in the form of cramps. They also have experience this tender breasts. Okay, sometimes mood swings as well, headaches, and even mood irritability. These are some of the symptoms manifested by the females during this menstrual phase. Now, what I told you earlier when I started my lecture, I told you that we will come across certain new terms. So thus we came across this particular term, estrogen. Please remember, this estrogen is a female sex hormone. Female sex hormone. Okay, it is released, it is actually secreted, it is mainly secreted by what we call as ovaries. Okay, it is mainly secreted by ovaries, and it helps us in the development and maintenance of both reproductive systems, both reproductive systems as well as female characteristics. In case if there is a low estrogen levels, it can lead to what we call as missed periods in women, or it can cause irregular periods in women. Okay, estrogen is mainly produced in ovaries, but if you see, it is also in males, you will also see some amount of estrogen being released, but it is released there by adrenal glands, which are located on the kidneys, and it's also secreted by some fat tissue. Okay, so this is the menstrual phase. This is the menstrual phase. After this, we also came across this one more, progesterone. I think I told you about progesterone. Is again a female sex hormone, progesterone. It's mainly produced by ovaries, and it plays a very crucial role in the maintenance of pregnancy. And after ovulation, progesterone helps us in the thickening of this endometrium, so that it is ready to receive the fertilized egg. I think this is enough for today, and in the next lecture, inshallah, we will talk about the proliferative phase and the secretory phase. It's not possible for me to tell you about these two particular phases in today's lecture, because then uploading becomes a constraint. Thank you very much.